So what I want you to do is take 2 fingers like this and flatten.
As you can imagine, being anywhere near COVID-19 inside a hospital requires a lot of precaution.
Get it nice and comfy.
That's why the staff at Beaumont Dearborn went to great lengths ensuring my gear properly fits and no outside air could get in.
All right, you are good.
We also took precautions ourselves, limiting the exposure to the local 4 staff. So instead of a photographer coming inside with me, I went in solo. What became immediately obvious was how the lack of staff, especially nurses, is affecting the operation. We're not talking about just a few beds shut down. This entire unit is closed. And when you do get to the open units treating patients with COVID, there's a mix of controlled chaos.
If for some reason that's not enough, then the last step, which is the most drastic, is intubation.
And long-term care.
They are tired.
The chief nursing officer at Beaumont Dearborn admits there's frustration on every floor because the majority of COVID patients here are not vaccinated.
If you want to know the truth, there is. We really thought the vaccine was really going to bring us to a different point.
Do you mind if I listen to your lungs just one more time?
One of those patients is 65-year-old Rose Mercer from Lincoln Park. She is unvaccinated and barely made it to the hospital.
By the time the ambulance got there, it was terrible. I couldn't walk. I could barely move. I couldn't eat.
Sitting at her bedside, she admits she has a lot to live for, and like so many others, wishes she would have got the vaccine.
5 kids, 17 grandkids. I want to be around a little longer and let all my family know, get vaccinated. It's not worth it.
I got this for you.
Because there are so many patients here, the U.S. Army sent in a team of more than 20 doctors, nurses, respiratory therapists, and more to help.
Foreign and domestic, wherever we're needed, we're here.
Sergeant First Class Medea Africa never thought one of the enemy's heat fight would be invisible.
You would have some kind of fear in the back of your mind because you never know any situation, but like I said, just staying positive and just staying resilient.
This team was originally deployed here for 1 month, which turned into 2. But he maintains they are the support staff, second to Beaumont's workers.
No, we're definitely just assisting, helping out what we can.
What was interesting to learn is to see how everything kind of comes together and pieces together. When you had those DOD folks here, they were able to fill in the areas of intense need, like the emergency room or critical care units. That way floors like this could operate not as normal, but as efficiently as they could.
We were able to open additional critical care beds that really got our ER cleared out.
And you can tell fatigue has set in twice over. They're happy to be helping. They just wish there weren't so many COVID patients that need it.
It's been a long 20 months for every one of us in many different ways.
At Beaumont Dearborn, Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News Today.